We'll meet with Britain's prime minister and talk trade. It's back to federal court this morning for Ryan Ruth, charged in the second Trump assassination attempt last year. He's acting as his own lawyer in the trial in Florida. Tyler Robinson will make another court appearance in 12 days, charged in Charlie Kirk's murder a week ago.
The alleged assassin showed no emotion during his first court appearance as he learned he could face the death penalty. He was wearing a suicide prevention vest, and the only time we heard him speak was when he confirmed his name. Before that hearing, the Utah County District Attorney shared a lot of new details from the investigation, including a series of text messages from after the shooting where the accused killer, Tyler Robinson, confessed to his roommate who he was in a relationship with.
Fox's Garrett Tenney at the Utah County Jail. FBI Director Kash Patel told senators they're investigating if others were involved. And he clashed with Democrats at the FBI oversight hearing, including Senator Cory Booker.
I follow you on your social media posts that tear this country apart.
To address your falsehoods.
Oh, you can try all you want.
In this country.
There'll be a House hearing for the FBI in 2 hours. America's listening to Fox.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
You're great at protecting your data, but lots of places could still expose you to identity theft. If that happens, LifeLock gives you the U.S.-based restoration agent who will stick by your side from start to finish. Phone calls, filing documentation, preparing insurance claims. Your agent handles it all. In fact, they're so confident restoration is guaranteed or your money back. It's nice to have an expert like that on your side. Save up to 40% off your first year with promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. That's LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
After President Trump's state visit to Britain and meetings with the king and the prime minister, he's planning to talk to another world leader, China's Xi Jinping. And TikTok's future is at stake as the social media app gets another lifeline, again voiding an American ban mandated by law, if TikTok does not cut ties with its Chinese parent company over security and surveillance concerns.
For the fourth time, the deadline to keep TikTok available in the U.S. has been pushed back, this time to December 16th. But this extension is in the shadow of a deal which President Trump announced before leaving for the U.K.
I've reached a deal with China. I'm going to speak to President Xi on Friday to confirm everything up. We made a very good trade deal, and I hope good for both countries.
A key requirement in the deal has always been getting the social media app under U.S. ownership. The president said announcements of who may be in line to buy TikTok will come soon. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Some winners may soon be losers.
For years, Publishers Clearinghouse ran sweepstakes offering winners hefty checks as Americans were bombarded with advertisements.
Enter the one and only Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes.
Often the prizes included lifetime payouts, but that forever money could come to an end. Publishers Clearinghouse filed for bankruptcy in April. ARB Interactive, a mobile gaming company, has acquired their assets. However, under the terms of the sales agreement, ARB will not honor payouts for those who won their life-changing prizes before July 15th of this year. The decision has left many winners unsure of their financial future. Tom Graham, Fox News.
An interest rate cut might be coming today after the Federal Reserve finishes a two-day meeting assessing the economy from inflation to the slowing job market. A 0.25% cut is expected. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell at a news conference after could give guidance on future rate cuts. On Wall Street, stock futures aren't moving much. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Yeah, that Publisher Clearinghouse story. And that's why, boys and girls, you go for the lump sum when you win the lottery, if you play the lottery ever again. Welcome to the Valley's Morning News for a Wednesday. It is September 17th, 2025. We invite you to join us online. This thing's too close. Hang on, let me push this thing back. And here we go. We're doing the online thing at 710 KURV. What you got, Freddie? YouTube, X, Facebook, all that stuff. All right. In the news, detention officer in Hidalgo County accused of smuggling drugs into a jail facility. Investigators saying that Rolando Rodriguez conspired with an inmate and other suspects to bring narcotics to the jail. Rodriguez arrested this week, facing multiple felony charges. And the Hidalgo County Sheriff is saying that his office will continue to investigate any and all allegations of employee misconduct. It's 7:06 on the Valley's Morning News. More fallout from people posting just awful stuff online, celebrating the death, the assassination of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. Governor Greg Abbott saying that more than 100 teachers in Texas will have their licenses suspended over their ugly social media posts related to the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
The Texas Education Agency has received about 180 complaints thus far. Abbott says the teachers under investigation allegedly called for or incited violence. TEA Commissioner Mike Morath added that while poor taste comments are one thing, anything that encourages further violence crosses the line and will be disciplined.
Several days ago at Texas A&M, up in College Station, a professor was confronted by a student for teaching transgender issues in children education. It made national news because the exchange between the educator and the college student at Texas A&M and the administration pushback to this, all that was recorded and revealed publicly. And now a new twist to this transgender teaching scandal at Texas A&M.
A student whistleblower whose professor was teaching transgender rights in a children's literature course now claims she was threatened by a department head for making her undercover video.
The department head is one of her close friends that is also falling into that ideology and agenda.
That audio was released by State Rep Brian Harrison. He wants the school's president, Mark Wells, fired. Other classmates are now coming forward saying the professor came out as a queer autistic woman before pushing her agenda in class.
That's Michael Board with that report. OpenAI announcing new teenager safety features for ChatGPT. Now the AI chatbot will be including an age prediction system and ID age verification in some markets. And new research says that a Mediterranean diet is good for your teeth, for your gums specifically. So the Mediterranean diet, mostly fruits and veggies and healthy fats, with only limited amounts of fish and poultry and dairy, is good for the long-term health of your gums. 65% healthier gums compared to other type of diets, they say. The time is 7:09. It is accurate with the time. And I wonder if apple dumpling is part of the Mediterranean diet, because it's National Apple Dumpling Day today. We got AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us. All right, Jason.
So that was my new nickname or something.
Right, apple dumpling. Apple dumpling. Well, hang on there, Bucky. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about rain.
I got a little shower action going on in spots out there, out toward Bayview. Some coming in through Weslaco right now, and got a little bit of nice rain shower action going on.
Okay, so let me go. Let me follow you. Brownsville radar. See where it's at. So is it moving in any particular direction, or kind of sitting still and just dumping some rain right now?
Oh no, it's moving east to west. You know, it's typical for what we've got going on.
Hey, there's some stuff in the Gulf. So what do you think? The stuff that's in the Gulf might make it to SpaceX and South Padre and all that here pretty soon. What do you think?
It's heading that direction. Everything's moving pretty basically just about westward, although the stuff on the Gulf has got a little bit of a northward component to it, just a slight one. But yeah, everything's basically moving west to east, or east to west rather, and coming in offshore, and we'll find some pretty decent showers in spots today like we got going on right now.
Sure. You know, yesterday's forecast was a bit more bullish, calling for rain not only today but for the remainder of the week. I don't see that reference anymore. So what, you're backing out of maybe rain tomorrow?
You know, I think there's going to be showers, pretty much every day this week, as far as, in spots, but it's not going to be, too widespread for us as we go. But I believe there's going to be showers every day this week.
All right. Texas weather good, right? Nothing as far as travel. We're good, right?
Yeah.
This area getting some rain.
Yeah, nothing all crazy. It's pretty quiet inland, still very dry.
Okay, look at the menu again. I mentioned apple dumpling. That's pretty good. It's also fried ham and cheese sandwich day. the sandwich dipped in egg batter and fried, and then sprinkled with some powdered sugar. And you call that a Monte Cristo sandwich. That's what it is.
That's what a Monte Cristo is?
That's what it is. It's fried ham and cheese, dipped in egg batter, fried, and then you sprinkle some powdered sugar. Oh, man, that sounds really, really good.
Oh.
Yeah, what's a little bit of
Kinda
sugar?
like a grilled ham and cheese.
Yeah, but a little bit.
Just a little bit extra on there.
Yeah, put the little
little bougie.
Yeah, there we go. Very bougie. But we like it. Now we're hungry. All right. Thank you, pal. We'll call you next hour. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. Again, highs today should be low 90s as a result of some of the cloud cover expected. And good morning to all the family in the Delta area. We got a little bit of rain in the Delta area. And as Jason mentioned, just north of Harlingen passed a few moments back. And La Feria, Westlaco, getting some rain south of Westlaco as well. That's very, very nice. Check out that Brownsville radar, AccuWeather.com, KURV.com. Time is 7:12 on the Valley's Morning News. Hey, and stick around. We got our economic development chief. Here's some club music in the background. Teclo Garcia will be joining us. Economic development update for a mission that's coming up in just a little bit. Speaking of EDC and jobs, Governor Greg Abbott has made career training in an emergency item for Texas for lawmakers. He hosted a ceremonial bill signing on the issue in North Texas.
According to Governor Abbott, by 2030, more than 60% of Texas jobs will require education or training beyond a high school diploma. However, less than 40% of Texas students are getting that.
To prepare students for those careers, high schools must provide more career training programs so that students can go directly from graduation into a good paying job.
House Bills 20 and 120 are designed to expand career training in high schools and technical colleges for trades like welding, plumbing, and electrical work.
That's why I am making life-changing career training an emergency item.
In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
Couple of local notes for law enforcement. A man fatally shot himself outside the HQ for Brownsville PD yesterday. 38-year-old Ernesto Tagal fired a gunshot at a woman who arrived at the police department, then turned the gun on himself. Police say Mr. Tagal was aiming at his wife. She was not harmed. In Edinburgh, a man in critical condition after shot by Edinburgh PD. Authorities were called to the parking lot of the Stripe store that's near the university there on University Drive in Sugar. Reports of a man that was acting erratically, holding a couple of knives. PD saying that the man was shot after he refused orders to drop the knives and tried to enter the store. Retail sales rose nationwide more than expected in the month of August. And the State Department denying visas to people who have been celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Comments from the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, did not provide a number, but says they are active in trying to find those individuals. Time is 7:14. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. Economic status report for our city of Mission. Teclo Garcia from EDC next on the Valley's Morning News.
Viking, dedicated to creating travel experiences for the thinking person with programs designed for cultural enrichment on board and on shore. Discover more at Viking.com.
You remember your first time? Oh, I remember mine like it was yesterday. The look, the feel, the way my heart started racing the moment I laid eyes on her. Dad took me to Glick Twins right before white wing dove season. I got to pick out my very first shotgun. And in South Texas, that's when you become a man. I wasn't just white wing hunting. I was building my favorite memories. And now it's my turn to raise them right. Make memories that last. Gear up for white wing season at Glick Twins, where first times become family traditions.
Introducing the newest destination for luxury in the Rio Grande Valley, the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. Come visit Michael Fall, General Manager, today and discover the perfect blend of elegance and power at the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. A true triumph of luxury, now open at their exceptional new state-of-the-art location at 8522 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen. We shop the competition so you don't have to. Dale gas!
Brian Kilmeade here. After my show, weekday afternoons at 2, stay tuned for the 956 Drive Home with Zach and Davis starting at 4 on News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. This radio station is home to Houston Texan football, also Houston Astros baseball. It's the unofficial start to the playoffs, man. Again, they're all top three teams in the West. The Rangers, the Astros, the Mariners facing each other this week. Get all the play-by-play on 710 KURV. Thank you to the Mission Economic Development Office. Big thank you to Dr. T's Primary Care for men and women for Astros baseball on KURV. And in the studio, if you can join us at 710 KURV, X Live, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, all that stuff. We got Teclo Garcia. He's the Chief of Economic Development Efforts for our city of Mission. Fresh back from a big powwow up in Detroit, Michigan. You know, you looking for jobs in the auto sector or compliments to that? What was the conversation up in Detroit? Teclo?
Well, number one, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Good
thanks.
morning again. This was the International Economic Development Council. Which is the EDC's national association, right? This is our group, and so the national meeting was up there. However, conference was fine. Super impressed with Detroit and the turnaround they're making there. It's just unbelievable, and backed by private sector monies. The Ford family, the Illich family, have just really have put their money where their mouth is and invested billions in the downtown Detroit and others. Oh yeah, right on the waterfront. They actually have water in their river there to international boundary. Yeah, there's actually water in the river. But we took the time to take a tour by the officials from the Windsor Detroit Bridge Authority to show us their new bridge, the Gordie Howe Bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a name we haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
Talk about Americana. Yeah, Gordie Howe Bridge.
The Gordie Howe Bridge is
Wow.
impressive. They have 700-foot towers that carry the span, between Windsor and Detroit. Obviously, Ontario and that region, and not to mention Detroit, extremely important automakers and auto part makers all around there, suppliers. But that plays importance to us, as you mentioned here on your show before, and everyone knows in that industry that the auto parts and auto content that's made in Canada, to finally to put in a car, to make a car, crosses the borders, 3, 4, sometimes up to 8 times between Canada, U.S., and Mexico.
Yeah.
And so what happens there is important to us. The Detroit region has 2 other bridges. The Ambassador Bridge and the Blue Water Bridge. Ambassador Bridge is downtown, and Detroit carries all their trucks. It's a privately owned bridge. And so with this bridge, they expect to increase traffic, but also take some from the privately held traffic. They're thinking they're going to move about 4,000 to 7,000 trucks a day, which is helpful.
Well, north of us, connecting Canada to some international trade. Around here, we also got our own bridge issues. I guess maybe an example of how we're competing for some of the federal workforce that needs to be manning that place. What can you tell us about Teclo Garcia, the Chief of Economic Development for our City of Mission in studio, and San Luis? Now, we've been kicking that can down the road. We were hoping to see it open earlier this year. Now we're looking at maybe 2026, or what's the latest on opening in San Luis?
Yeah, at the last bridge board meeting I attended in McAllen, the federal official and McAllen officials said that the bridge facilities, which remember, that's what we're waiting for. It's not the bridge itself, because that's been open for a decade. But the bridge facilities are 98% complete.
Like the inspection station.
Right. All the
bringing the trucks, x-rays, all that
buildings,
stuff.
offices, etc.
Yeah. Okay.
However, those non-invasive inspection machines, the VACR, what they call VACR machines, or X-ray machines of the
which Bob Vacker has nothing to do, by the way. It's just an acronym.
No, Bob Vacker could buy all those machines himself.
but it's like to inspect.
Yes, and they're expensive,
cargo coming in, right?
and they take a long time to build and create, and so that's really the only thing that they're waiting on, is getting the machines in, and then also training the personnel to work those machines. So that'll put them in the spring of 2026.
Okay, so that's the latest potential
Right.
ETA for opening.
Right, and so we're expecting to start at like 1,200 trucks a day, right, and move on from there.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I know you're also always looking at bridge numbers. the traffic that we know they're getting, which is the southbound traffic. The trucks going back to go fill up and go elsewhere. So what's happening with those numbers? Are they going up? Are they steady down?
They have, in the last 2 years, they have grown tremendously. I think it was like about 20-something percent, 25% the last time I looked, year over year.
Has the recent trend been okay?
No,
though?
the recent trend is not. It's not been terrible, but it's not been great. Since all the instability and talk about slapping tariffs on everyone, industry reacted accordingly. And so since February, the trend has been downward on trucks.
Are you willing to say if it's downward single digit percentage wise, maybe 10% or so?
No, double digit for sure.
Yeah.
However, because of the double digit growth we've had, then the downward numbers in truck crossings at the Anzaduas, especially, still those numbers haven't fallen under 2023. So what I'm saying is there's been a decrease, but because our growth, we're still in good shape, and things have leveled out the last couple of months. And I think some of the word out of the White House is they're reaching a deal with Mexico, and the numbers, et cetera, will help things for sure. And I don't think that, at least what I've heard on the ground and in Mexico, is that no one wants more tariffs. However, I think what people want more is just to get us a number, get us a final number. Is it 10%? Is it 25%? Now we can plan. Now we can move ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's the gray of it all is
right.
What
The
causes
back and forth, and that wasn't that helpful.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get in a good spot here in the fall, and then going into the spring when the Anzaduas Bridge opens, we'll be okay. Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to get you in that first car to cross and get inspected, Sergio, if you want.
No, it's okay.
Okay. We'll X-ray.
I'll wait for you on this side of the river.
We'll X-ray you and all that kind of stuff.
I'll tell you, there goes Teklo going across. Oh, here it comes back. Is Teklo? Is he stuck?
No, we're super happy. We know these things take time, and anytime you get the federal government involved, much less two federal governments, now you're talking about delays, right?
Yeah, Teklo Garcia is the Director of Economic Development Efforts for our city of Mission. I got to ask you something else that's kind of bridge related because, yes, we've touched on this before.
Yes.
You got Javi over at McAllen, Javier Villalobos, our mayor.
Yes, sir.
Other people saying, well, the pedestrian numbers and some of the car numbers are down like big time, which, and we mentioned this before, some people at Border Patrols, they say, well, it's many of the day laborers that used to come, they're not coming anymore Monday through Friday, which kind of makes sense because of the immigration crackdown at work sites and work permits. But the sales numbers, the sales tax numbers, McAllen still strong.
Yeah.
Weslaco still strong. Edinburgh, all the sales tax. Mission, I guess, what are we still okay? 3% ahead?
We're this year we the fiscal year, right?
Yeah.
Which ends pretty soon. As we know, we're at about 4.5% growth, right? Now, McAllen, obviously the kind of the vanguard and the leader in retail sales in the Valley in this region, I don't know their percentage number right off the top of my head in terms of growth, but they're poised to hit $100 million in retail sales tax receipts, which they've never done before. So I think Texas in general will still go up. And one thing to remind everyone, and people who've been here a long time, especially, is that these things are cyclical. There's always something that happens along the border to keep things in perspective. For instance, remember the peso devaluations that would take place all the time?
For those of y'all who are new to the market, and even the younger generation, younger workers in their 30s, back then, back in 06, no, Teklo and I have been watching this for 30 plus years and been working in it. Every time there was an election in Mexico and a new president would come in, they would reveal all what was stolen. Hey, there's no gold and no cash. Somebody ran. Anyway, the Mexican peso would always be devalued after a 6-year presidential cycle, and it would cause havoc. Mexicans would come shop, suddenly saw their peso devalued by 100%, 200%, and they could buy less, and that affected us on the retail side for the longest time.
Yeah, that's
Mexico
right.
is stable now. Thank you, Jesus, it's stable compared to what it was many, many years ago. We don't have to worry about that issue.
No, they've certainly have changed things by leaps and bounds in Mexico. They still have their challenges. But I think that we'll get through this just like we've gotten through all the other changes and challenges that we've had here along the border. We just need to keep things in perspective. Plus, Mexico's manufacturing sector is 10 times what it was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's not just Mexican manufacturing. These are U.S. and multinational companies based in Mexico, and that makes Mexico work even harder to protect those interests.
Gen 4.
Yeah.
And of course, benefiting of late, I'm sure, with some of the reshoring, bringing
Yes,
in
in fact, we'll be in San Luis in a couple of weeks for that state's biggest industrial expo for a couple of days in October 9th and 10th, I believe. And of course, we'll be there. We have a good relationship with the governor and the Secretary of Economic Development, and they've invited us to come and participate.
Yeah, wrong term. Reshore, nearshore is for Mexico. There's some Asian companies and Europeans coming closer to us, try to get closer to the United States. And yes, probably a lot of haggling and negotiation taking place up in D.C. and Mexico City on the review of USMCA, NAFTA, which I think next year is supposed to get a hearing on the review of what USMCA is doing. And what you said at the beginning, between in Detroit, between the U.S. and Canada, the components go back and forth several times. How much is going to be charged on that? And we see that down here, back and forth on the components for auto, and how that's going to be charged down here.
Yeah.
Mexico has made great strides. Sadly, not in music though. They've got that out of tune noise called banda music, but the other stuff is wonderful.
You still listen to your Vicente Fernandez?
Absolutely, that's some real
albums,
music right there, man. That's some real music. Downtown Mission, you got a program. I think that's sunsetting soon, or what's...
Yeah. No, we just finished gathering all the applicants, and we're going to go through a committee and choose what business will be awarded up to $25,000 each. We're going to choose 6 downtown businesses.
It's more than just facades, though. It's anything, right?
Oh, yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's what's behind the facade. So people are repairing roofs and plumbing and electrical issues, all the inside stuff. So we'll have that ready. And we'll come out with an announcement of who's going to win. Super exciting times.
How many winners will
there'll be 6, and the first time we did this was last year.
Okay.
So with this one will be 12. And within a 5-6 year period, we'll have a good chunk of businesses that are revitalized in downtown Mission.
Okay.
And that brings us just real quick to the season where we'll launch our signature program, the Ruby Red Ventures, that we've done for a decade now, and we'll announce another round of funding, kind of like an angel fund. These are like angel funds for these small businesses downtown. They wouldn't get funded otherwise. I mean, a lot of them are not in position to get a traditional bank loan or get an investor to jump in. But we're doing this as part of our commitment to small businesses in Mission, and so those applications will start October 1 through October 31st, citywide. Doesn't matter, downtown, Sherry Road.
The next Ruby Red.
Yes, October 1.
Batch.
Yes.
Yeah, the application starts October 1.
October 1.
The winners for the downtown business improvement is not just facade, whatever they need. How do you choose the winners? Based on innovation? Based on what need? Or what?
I base them on how delicious the food is for each restaurant.
So
joking. I'm joking.
Yeah.
No. We
well,
have...
actually, that's not a bad metric, though. I'd join you on that one. Can I be a judge? Freddie, too. Freddie wants to be a judge on that panel. Yeah, we'll go with you downtown.
We did fund the young lady that has Annalise Taqueria, the award-winning restaurant the last time. However, when we have a list of criteria and we go by that, and we get our judges to follow that criteria, and then we just choose the best businesses we can.
Teclo, thanks for stopping by.
Yes, of course.
Again, visit the Mission Economic Development website. Go check out the application for the next batch.
Yes, sir.
Of the Ruby
October
Red
1
business competition and funding. All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Teclo. Teclo
Yes,
Garcia.
of course. Thank you.
He's director of the Mission Economic Development Office. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV, your station for Astros baseball unofficial playoffs going on right now. Astros against the Rangers, Astros against the Mariners. If they survive these next 2 series, maybe they'll win the West. Catch all the play-by-play tonight, 6:40 on News Talk 710 KURV.
Come into Volvo Cars Edinburgh today and find the Volvo that's right for you. Shop from over 40 new and certified pre-owned Volvos today. Get comfortable in the incredible new 2025 Volvo XC60 with all new technology and innovation that makes the Volvo brand stand out from the rest. Lease one today for just $4.99 a month. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Volvo Cars Edinburgh, official sponsor of UTRGV football.
Dale gas! Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area, call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen, 956-368-5247. That's drt'sprimarycare.com.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Join the Radio United team. We're looking for a marketing consultant to join our dynamic team in the RGV. Are you self-motivated, goal-driven, and ready to help businesses grow? This is your chance to develop and sell advertising and marketing campaigns across multiple platforms, including radio, digital, social media, and more. Requirements include minimum of 3 years of outside sales experience, strong communication, presentation, and negotiation skills, valid driver's license, and reliable transportation. Bilingual is preferred. Must be legally authorized to work in the United States. Send your resume today to humanresources@radiounited.com. Radio United, we're an equal opportunity employer.
Come into Genesis of Harlingen today and soak up the feeling of the dynamic yet elegant design and cutting-edge technology that makes up the amazing Genesis vehicle lineup. Visit today and choose from a great selection like a 2026 Genesis GV70 for $549 a month for 36 months. Come see where refined sophistication meets powerful innovation at Genesis of Harlingen at 8521 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen. Shop from the entire line of Genesis online at genesisofharlingen.com.
A Texas Showdown. Your Houston Astros host the Texas Rangers, y'all. Tune in tonight. First pitch at 7:10. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women, Mission Economic Development Corporation, and News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
And Astros get the win last night with some good old small ball baseball.
Here's the 2-1 from Wynn. And that's wrapped to left field, a base hit. That's going to knock in another run. It's 6-0 on the Astros' sixth hit of the inning.
Astros keep the lead for the playoffs now, trying to catch up to the red-hot Mariners. And Astros and Rangers again tonight at 7:10. I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute.
Big game for the big dumper as Cal Raleigh hit homer number 55 and 56 to help the Mariners crush the Royals for their 10th straight win. Raleigh set the record for most by a switch hitter and tied Ken Griffey Jr. for the most in a season in franchise history. Phillies Raleigh beat the Dodgers despite Shohei Ohtani pitching 5 no-hit innings and smacking his 50th homer of the season. The NFL says Tom Brady did not violate any rules by wearing headsets and sitting in the Raiders coach's booth during Monday night's loss to the Chargers. WNBA playoffs. Storm kept their season alive and snapped the Aces' 17-game winning streak to force a decisive Game 3. Fever stay alive as well. Beat the Dream. That's sports. I'm Ron Moss.
Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. AccuWeather says highs today should be low 90s, upper 80s, low 90s. We might get the benefits of some additional cloud cover, some rain moving through the Mid-Valley earlier this morning. We got plenty offshore. Heads up Starbase, heads up Brownsville, South Padre. You might get some rain in about an hour or two if it holds. So a little bit of rain in the forecast and highs low 90s. Border Bridge wait times is posted on KURV.com. We go back to the website. So if you're driving back to Brownsville, let's see here. Not bad. 30 minutes at B&M. It's an hour 15 at Gateway. 30 minutes at Veterans. And driving back to the McAllen, Mission, Edinburgh area, about 30 minutes on San Luis and Hidalgo. Business news, check up your money and who the new owners, the U.S.-based owners of TikTok might be. We'll share that with you next on the Valley's Morning News.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Hi there. My name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions, huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
Got a meeting, a party, a hungry crowd? Yeah, you could go with the usual, the same old tired trays everyone expects and boring veggies, or you could do something better, something that makes your taste buds water as soon as you hear the name, the Blue Onion. At the Blue Onion in McAllen and Weslaco, we're redefining catering. We're bringing bold, handcrafted flavors straight to your next office event or party with fresh, crisp salads made with the healthiest, best ingredients. Warm, savory wraps packed with flavor. Dip samplers with flatbread for everyone, and our signature pizzas and po' boys. Yeah, they'll be talking about these delicious get-togethers long after lunch is over. And here's the best part. For every 6 orders in your catering box, you get a free Blue Onion pizza. So, whether it's a team meeting or special event, let the Blue Onion create a custom menu that fits your budget and taste. Visit myblueonion.com today to see all our catering options. The Blue Onion in McAllen and Weslaco, redefining catering.
Come experience larger-than-life luxury and design at Bert Ogden Infiniti in Edinburgh. You're invited to come in and choose from a great selection of new Infinitis available now. Drive off in your own 2025 Infiniti QX60 with 0% APR for 60 months. All available with the Infiniti Premium Care Maintenance Plan for 3 years. Experience luxury as it's meant to be at Bert Ogden Infiniti on the corner of Alberta and Expressway 281 in Edinburgh. Shop from the entire line of Infinitis online at BertOgdenInfiniti.com.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. President Trump has announced an agreement between the U.S. and China to keep TikTok operating in the United States. The White House has also extended the deadline for parent company ByteDance to sell or divest its U.S. business until December 16th to allow for another 90 days to finalize the deal. House Republicans have unveiled a spending bill that funds the government through mid-November and boosts lawmaker security, but omits health care money sought by Democrats. The current spending bill expires on October 1st. Chinese tech giant Baidu saw its shares soar nearly 16% this morning as it increasingly focuses on its artificial intelligence-related business that has also led to a ratings upgrade. The strong stock performance comes after Baidu earlier this week secured an AI-related deal with China Merchants Group, a major state-owned enterprise. Futures are mixed ahead of the Fed's interest rate decision later today. Yesterday, the Dow Industrials dropped 125, the NASDAQ down 14. That's Your Money Now.
Bit more information on the potential sale of TikTok to some American owners. Now, news reports are saying this morning that the confirmation of this deal that is already in framework status, as they say up in the White House, the confirmation might happen on Friday. Oracle might be one of the new owners of TikTok, software giant Oracle. Let me go down further on this report. Multiple reports say a consortium, including Oracle, and a private equity firm, Silver Lake, and venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz would own the company, which will be operated by a majority U.S. board of directors. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. AccuWeather says highs today should be in the low 90s. A little extra cloud cover as a result of some rain in the area. Already had some rain this morning, Mid-Valley. More offshore. Headed to you, Starbase. Headed to you, Brownsville. Heads up. You might get some rain in about an hour or so. We got Fox News coming up in 2 minutes on News Talk 710 KURV. Follow us online. Producer Freddie put us on 710 KURV. X Live, YouTube Live, and Facebook Live as well. The morning news on 710 KURV. Now would be the proper time to go visit with JP and Jeff at Amigo Power Equipment in Edinburgh, home of the awesome Kubota compact tractors. The number one selling compact tractor line in the nation, by the way, is Kubota. The LX series, part of that line. Premium features, the LX series from Kubota, versatile. This piece of equipment going to last you a long time, will get the job done. And they say it's very comfortable as well. So get your butt over to Amigo Power Equipment and place it on one of those tractors. Feel how comfortable it is. The LX series Kubota tractors at Amigo Power Equipment, part of the number one selling compact tractor line in the nation. Make your land, own your land, and make sure you discipline that land with those Kubota tractors. Right now at Amigo Power Equipment, you can get your select LX 2620 SU Kubota Series tractor for as low as $19,999 or $295 per month now through the end of this month. KubotaUSA.com for a lot of specifics and details, or just stop by and visit with JP and Jeff at Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburgh on Monte Cristo.
The best gun show in Texas is coming. The Saxet Gun Show. This Saturday and Sunday at the McAllen Convention Center. Buy, sell, or trade. The Saxet Gun Show has everything. Guns, knives, military, and every caliber of ammo you can possibly need. Doors open at 9 a.m. this weekend. For more info, go to SaxetShows.com. It's the Saxet Gun Show at the McAllen Convention Center this Saturday and Sunday. You better be there.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
News and weather information at your fingertips.
Just follow these easy steps.
Log on to KURV.com. KURV.com. News Talk 710 KURV.
The pulse of Valley business. It is News Talk 710 KURV. This is the Valley's Morning News. Show producer Fred Cruz, AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. I'm Sergio Sanchez, you and family. Thank you for joining us as you're driving around town, dropping off the kids and going to work right now. Join us online at Radio Para Mi and listen on your smartphone. News is a service of the Saxet Gun Show, bringing you the best gun show in the Valley this coming Saturday and Sunday at the McAllen Convention Center. Doors open at 9.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Royal welcome at Windsor Castle for President Trump and First Lady Melania from King Charles and Queen Camilla, which included a carriage ride around the grounds of Windsor Castle and then the music blaring. When the president and King Charles inspected the King's Guards. Besides festivities, there will be business on Trump's second state visit to the UK.
The UK wants to improve the trade deal the two countries announced back in May, especially the steel and aluminum tariffs, which are currently sitting at 25%. But industry leaders hope to slash the UK rate to 0. But reports were emerging last night that discussions on that issue had been shelved indefinitely.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich outside Windsor Castle. Death penalty on the table for Charlie Kirk's accused assassin, Tyler Robinson, that from the Utah County DA. America's listening to Fox News.
In Brownsville, a man fatally shot himself outside the Brownsville Police HQ. Authorities say 38-year-old Ernesto Tagal fired a gunshot at a woman who arrived at the building. Authorities say that was his wife. He was aiming at his wife. He missed. She's okay. He then turned the gun on himself. In Edinburgh, a man in critical condition. He was shot by Edinburgh PD. Authorities were called to the parking lot at the Stripe store at University Drive in Sugar. Reports of a man acting erratically had some knives on him. The police said that the man was shot after he refused orders to drop the knives and try to enter the store. Several days ago, a Texas A&M professor at College Station was confronted by a student for teaching transgender issues in children's literature. It made national news because the exchange between the student and the professor and the administrator pushback was recorded and revealed publicly. Now, a new twist in this teaching scandal at Texas A&M.
A student whistleblower whose professor was teaching transgender rights in a children's literature course now claims she was threatened by a department head for making her undercover video.
The department head is one of her close friends that is also falling into that ideology and agenda.
That audio was released by State Rep Brian Harrison. He wants the school's president, Mark Wells, fired. Other classmates are now coming forward saying the professor came out as a queer autistic woman before pushing her agenda in class.
That's Michael Board with that report. And the State Department saying that anyone celebrating the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk will be denied a visa or face having a visa revoked if they already have one.
Secretary of State Rubio wrote on X that America will not host foreigners who celebrate the death of our fellow citizens, saying a visa means you're a visitor, and we're not in the business of inviting people to visit our country who are going to be involved in negative and destructive behavior. And he said if they're already here, we should be revoking their visa. The Trump administration has already taken the visas off hundreds of foreign students with pro-Palestinian views, which critics argue infringes free speech. Kate Fisher, Washington.
You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News on your station for Astros play-by-play. So we got the Astros Game 3 of the series against the Rangers. If they want to win the West, the Astros, they just need to keep on winning this week because they got the Rangers right behind them. The Mariners right in front of them, a game ahead in the West. So catch all the play-by-play on 710 KURV. Big thank you to our many supporters, including Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and the Mission Economic Development Office.
Spotlight on Your Health, brought to you by DHR Health.
From the Transplant Institute at DHR Health, Dr. Hector Salcedo Crespo.
We started a kidney transplant program back in 2017. Hopefully this year will be the year that we start providing liver transplant care to our patients. Living donor transplantation is better than cadaveric donor transplantation. An organ from a living donor usually lasts longer, almost twice as long as a kidney from someone that has passed away. And also that helps the patient because usually there is like a 5-year waiting time for a cadaveric organ, and having a living donor organ or kidney helps the patient bypass that waiting time, and they do much better. We do a thorough evaluation of the recipient and the donor to make sure they are compatible. Most of the kidney transplants that we do here and in the United States are from cadaveric donors. Like 1 out of 5 will be a living donor. We're trying to promote living donor kidney transplantation because, again, a living donor kidney does much better. It's one of the safest surgeries out there. The recovery time for the donor is about 2 days in the hospital and a couple of weeks where they have some discomfort, but then after that, they're almost back to normal. They need to avoid some heavy lifting and certain activities for 3 months, but some patients go back to desk work like after a few days. Kidneys will last about 9 years. Living donor kidneys last about 15 years or more. High blood sugar and high blood pressure, those are the 2 most common causes of kidney failure. Well, we're the only center in the Valley that provides this care. We do have special preservation solutions, machines, so the kidney can work properly when the kidney is outside the body. We have an advanced OR staff and equipment so we can perform this delicate surgery.
From the DHR Health Transplant Institute, Dr. Hector Salcedo Crespo, DHR Health.
This has been Spotlight on Your Health, brought to you by DHR Health. For you, for life.
Hurricane season is here. Protect yourself and your loved ones and get your prescriptions filled at Lee's Pharmacy today. Hard to find meds? Go to Lee's. Doctor prescribed.
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio